Praise be Jesus Christ. Pope Francis launched a prayer marathon initiative for the month of May, calling all Catholics to pray the rosary daily during the month of May for an end to the pandemic. He also designated a major Marian shrine to host a prayer event for each day of the month. Now, there was a few eyebrows raised when people noticed that Medjugorje was one of the shrines designated to host a prayer event. Now, many of you know Medjugorje, the alleged apparitions of Medjugorje, have not yet been approved by the church. And yet, Medjugorje was chosen as one of the shrines to host a prayer event. Now, what I want to do is I want to give you an executive summary of what's up with Medjugorje. And I'm going to be reading from a Catholic news agency article because they give a nice executive summary. This was published yesterday, May 15th, and the title is Medjugorje to host Global Rosary Marathon for an end to the pandemic. Now, this prayer event happened yesterday in Medjugorje, but it gives a summary. So check this out. It says, Pope Francis approved Catholic pilgrimages to Medjugorje in May 2019. But he has not issued a formal judgment on the authenticity of the alleged apparitions. Goes on to say, the reputed apparitions began on June 24th, 1981, when 6 children in Medjugorje, a town that was then part of communist Yugoslavia, began to experience phenomena which they reported to be apparitions of the Blessed Virgin Mary. According to the alleged seers, the apparitions contained a message of peace for the world, a call to conversion, prayer, and fasting, as well as certain secrets surrounding events to be fulfilled in the future. Goes on to say, the purported apparitions, purported is another way of saying alleged. The purported apparitions at the site have been a source of both controversy and conversion, with many flocking to the town for pilgrimage and prayer, with some claiming to have experienced miracles and others concluding that the visions are not authentic. In January 2014, a Vatican commission ended a nearly 4-year-long investigation into the doctrinal and disciplinary aspects of Medjugorje apparitions and submitted a document to the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith. And we haven't heard yet about this. On the return flight from a visit to the Marian Shrine of Fatima in May 2017, the Pope spoke about the final document of the Medjugorje Commission, sometimes referred to as the Ruini Report, after the head of the commission, Cardinal Camillo Ruini, calling it, the Pope says, quote, very, very good, unquote, and noting a distinction between the first Marian apparitions at Medjugorje and the later ones. And then it says, the Pope says, quote, the first apparitions, which were to children, the report more or less says that these need to continue being studied, unquote. And it says, he said, but as for, quote, presumed current apparitions, the report has its doubts, the Pope said. So very interesting that there's still not an official ruling on Medjugorje, which makes sense because you see the apparitions are apparently still happening. And these 10 secrets, we're still waiting to see if they actually happen. So the church really can't approve apparitions if they're still going on and if there's promise of secrets being fulfilled that haven't been fulfilled yet. And so we're still waiting. A lot of people think that this is a significant year because it marks 40 years since these alleged apparitions began. And so, but what's interesting again is that Medjugorje has been approved as a place of prayer by the church and has been chosen as one of the major Marian shrines for this marathon of prayer. So let's stay tuned and see how things continue to develop with the alleged apparitions of the Blessed Virgin Mary in Medjugorje. I want to end with a scripture in Joel chapter 3. It says, "It shall come to pass, I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams. Your young men will see visions." Viva Cristo Rey.